The sun rises on the forest of Maya. The sound of birds and insects dominate the air. Located about 2 hours by boat from the city of Ethel Grove is a small rise in the swamp. Forms a circle, about 30 feet in diameter. And there's a small boat pushed into the reeds at the shore of the rise, and one tree in the center. And lying on the ground, huddled against the warmth of a dying campfire, is an older water genasi marshman. A twig snaps, and the marshman startles awake. Drea, it's 3 weeks ago.
Ooh.
And you've fallen asleep here. Again. So why don't you just describe how Drea looks as you wake up on the dew-covered grass?
Disheveled. I think there are heavy bags under her eyes, and her hair is like all like it's loose. It's sort of all over the place. Her clothes are kind of like she kind of sleeps in her gear sometimes, but like it's not. She's a whole mess, I think.
With that, as you sort of stretch and get up, you look at the sun and you realize you're late. Got a job yesterday from Maya's watch, and falling asleep out here again is going to make you very late, in fact. It's about a 2-hour boat trip back to Ethel Grove from here. So you look at your boat, wedged into the reeds. What do you do?
I think she doesn't care that she's gonna be late. She's like, eh. She's not taking her time. I think she's a little bit of a rush.
So she gets in the boat and
she gets in the
she
boat.
heads off.
Yeah, she's like, should I rush?
So you push the boat off from the small rise in the marsh and you step into the water, ready to guide through the boat through the reeds as before you jump in. And you turn around and you look back at the ground where you were sleeping. And you see the marker, made of plain wood, with a pair of glasses resting on the top. And some words come into your mind, unbidden, a familiar voice. Be careful, you two. And with that, you snap out of your flashback, Drea, and you're back in the present moment. The 5 of you are currently standing in a ruined cathedral. Destroyed and decayed pews are strewn throughout the room while darkness stretches around you. You've all just had an incredibly unsettling encounter with a strange masked figure who held a deck of strange cards. Chased him across the leaning markets to this cathedral, where you found the body of an Aarakocra, covered in the same mould that you found in the department. The masked figure, after confronting you all from a great distance, has just escaped through a broken stained glass window, several hundreds of feet above you. And now, the 5 of you stand in the aftermath of this strange event that has unfolded. Who speaks first?
Is there a cleric capable to revive him? I don't know these lands.
Would there be a church nearby that Tara wouldn't know about, or anything of that esque to be able to like take someone to healing?
Yeah, I'd say both you and Drea would know, like you could take it to like a local sort of medic sort of situation. There's like a doctor type of thing. Wouldn't be a cleric per se because it's not really religious. But yeah, I think you and Drea would know that.
Pretty sure there's a doctor around who could probably take him, but is it safe to touch him?
I didn't say doctor, I said cleric. He needs to be revived. He's dead.
Oh, is he dead?
I think Eustace's eyes are going to start watering a little bit, and he's gonna look over at Clio. Did he die because I let the guy go and I couldn't hold on to?
Oh, no. And she's going to run over to Eustace and she's going to embrace him.
I think he'll just bury himself kind of like under your arm and just
Yeah.
hold on to you.
She'll just hold you and she'll say, no. It's not your fault. Not your fault. Not your fault. You saw. It's a dangerous place. Okay. Sometimes circumstance happen. You did everything you could.
Can I, while this is going on, can I like empty out my my inkwell because I've got calligrapher's supplies? So can I empty out my inkwell and try to collect some of the mold?
Yes, you can. It will be a sleight of hand check to do so, though.
That will be a 16.
Yep, you'll be able to get some with that.
Okay.
So yeah, you can get about that much out of it.
Yeah, cool.
You have to be very careful as you're doing it. You
That's what I'm
sense
asking.
sort of like the radiation type of aura coming off of it, and you know
Yeah,
that
I
it'd be
can
bad
feel
to
the
touch
wrong.
this. Yeah.
Shorty, whatever. Do you know what it is?
No idea, but it seems lethal. I would advise not to touch it.
And maybe we shouldn't revive him if it's this stuff's
it's a
lethal and we bring
contagion.
him back and we'll die again, right?
Valid, but I think the only thing that could cleanse something like this is some sort of cleric.
Well, we don't have clerics here.
I mean, at the Citadel, they're at hand, like at all times.
Oh, we're not at the Citadel, right? You're,
I need to be more careful with my potions.
Yeah. Can't be growing limbs or anything. I would say if we could she's gonna like, as she's kind of still, I don't know, holding Eustace, I would imagine.
Yeah.
She's just gonna shuffle him away from the group, kind of gonna turn around and just kind of like turn his head away from the body, and move away from it. And she'll bend down to his level. Not that he's that short. Are you okay?
I thought I just wanted to, help, I guess.
Hey, you did your best, okay? Some people just can't be saved.
I think Eustace will lock eyes with you and kind of, he tears at her for me. He'll kind of, just suck him in a bit and kind of, hey, he's water Janasi, he can do cool things. I know I'm not that dumb, Cleo. I know I'm not being that responsible with, and he'll look over at the other three standing over at the body. I know we don't trust. We're not meant to trust a lot of people, and it's dangerous too. But I just thought maybe this time we could it's not been fun for a long time, and I don't know about the little guy. He's a bit odd.
I don't know about him either.
But Torrin's nice. Like Torrin made, and I look at the ring that you've got on. Like we don't. No one gives us stuff. We always have to take it, and isn't it like even if it's not smart, and maybe it's nice to feel nice, and I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just guess that I know we're not meant to trust strangers, but maybe these people could not be strangers if we just, let them not be.
Eustace, we're here, right?
Yeah.
I let you lead the way. We're here, okay? So that's step one. Like, okay, we can keep hanging around. Like right now, it seems like we're on a similar mission, so that's fine. But I will just, obviously I took that knife, but I know now that at some point, as nice as it was and as much as he said, oh, I don't owe me anything, I know that I'm gonna have to pay him back for that. So just know that everything you do is gonna be exploited by someone else eventually. It might be now, and they might look at you, and the only person you can 100% trust is me. Who's been there? Okay? Me. Through everything, not them. Just remember that, okay?
He's going to kind of crack a half smile and then look up to you and grab your hand. You're not the only sibling that said that one day you're not going to be there. And then what?
Eustace, I'm always gonna be there.
Yeah, you're right. Do you think Miss Dreadnought knows the guy that we were chasing?
She'd be the one to know. Hey, how about this? You're mini marshman, right? Why don't you go and ask her?
Yeah, he gets a cracks a smile. And he's adjusts his hat and kind of walks around all cowboy like, holding onto his waistcoat. Well, Miss Drea, did you know do you know who the person was that we were chasing?
I think at first, as you walk over, you kind of notice she's knelt down in front of the body since like Gimbel's told, but ever since like she's just been staring at the body for a good minute, and there's sort of a distant look to her, and then she takes off her hat as she hears him approach and kind of like bows her head to the body and turns to him and she goes, I can't say I do, kid. I'm sorry.
Are you gonna look down at the body and kind of like your mannerism and take his hat off? Did you know the?
No, just show respect, you know. And then she puts her hat back on.
Gimbal's on the other side of the body's probably like prodding
Yeah.
an arm or something
In a
like
smooth
that.
So what do we do now?
Could we burn the mold? Controlled fire. Worked with the little gray guys, so
There is like a lot of mold growing in the church, right?
No, it's just
No?
a growth on top of the Aarakocra. Like they are
Okay, never
underneath
mind,
the
I take that
mold, and
back.
there's like these big mounds growing over them, pinning them to the ground. So I would
I
say,
will take that back.
yeah, if you're going to burn the mold, you're going to burn the body of the Aarakocra as well. And I think Drea, you would probably naturally kind of treat the body a little bit like a crime scene as like a police officer in some ways. So can I just get an insight check from everyone quickly?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Anything for you, Jack?
An 11.
I got a 13.
21 for Gimbals.
a 3.
That would be a 16 for Claire.
Okay, so Gimbals, you get this like strong, overwhelming feeling that there is more to be found in this room. You haven't uncovered everything. You feel like everything happening, there's likely to be a clue somewhere.
Gimbals would probably speak up. Everyone's having these moments, and Gimbal, you can see, has notebook out. He's prodding like the arm of the Aarakocra, and studying sort of how the mold has taken him. Completely ignorant to the fact that people are having these moments around. He's probably like,
I need everyone to spread out and search for where the mold started. Can someone track it back, please?
Yeah.
On it, potions.
So there's a couple of things that you guys can see in the room here. So you can see the body of the Aarakocra. That's probably the most prominent thing. At the front of the room, there is a cathedral altar and a broken pillar stone at the back, because there's like all these pillars that go along the center of the room, creating kind of like a hallway that leads up to the altar. It's not a hallway, you know, there's like a pillar and then a gap of like 6 feet and then another pillar. So yeah, those are probably the 3 things that jump out to you as maybe worth taking a look at.
I want to head pillar away and just suss that out.
Okay,
Gimbal?
Eustace is going to the pillar.
I'll head out to the altar as well.
I was about to say, Gimbals wants to go to the altar too. More because Gimbals is probably curious that everyone has said that this place is non-religious, so Gimbals wants to more inspect that altar and figure out why there's a religious figure here if it's not a religious place.
Great. Torrin, Drea.
What else was there?
Yeah, I
Said
need
the
you to
pillars.
tell me
There's the
again.
body,
Altar.
there's the Aarakocra body, there's the altar, and there's a broken pillar stone.
I'll stay at the body.
I'll go to the pillar stone.
Pillar stone. Okay, perfect. So let's go to the pillar stone first then. So yeah, you guys head to the back of the room and you're looking at the tall stone pillars as you walk past, and you go past 3 or 4 of them and you reach one at the back and it's collapsed. It's currently laying on its side in huge stone pieces, and you're sort of looking at it. You notice there's like some red thing on the side, like one of the edges of it.
What's the red thing?
What is the red thing?
I would like to know what the red thing is.
It's blood.
What is it? Blood?
It's blood is what it is.
Oh, it's blood. Oh. How fresh is it?
Pretty fresh.
Pretty fresh? Oh,
I think, Dre, you touch it, it's probably warm.
Oh, that's very fresh. That's very, very fresh.
Fresh.
I think Eustace mimics touching the blood because he watched you do it.
No, I think the instant he went to go for it, she's like smacks it very, very gently. She smacked. I was like, "Don't go touch some blood."
Can I get survival checks from you guys?
Ooh,
Okay,
I'm good at that.
Touches blood and dies.
I clicked it.
It's a 21 from me.
Hey, nice one.
That is a 15 from me.
Okay, great. So, Eustace, I think you're looking at it and you're like looking at its position in the room, and you were the one chasing the masked figure. So you think, man, if I was running in here super fast based on how it's positioned, I bet I could just like barrel straight into this thing. And you think, maybe that's the masked figure. Maybe they ran in and smashed into this thing. And then you think, man, he was running fast. Like, he might have dropped something when he fell.
Go to the ground and start scurrying around, looking around to see if there's something on the ground.
Going for a scary.
Settling.
So you look around, and sure enough, you find something. It's a small piece of paper. Looks like a newspaper clipping. And you open it up, and it is a surprisingly wholesome sight. It says, "Local brothers commended for discovering pie thief." And underneath it is a picture of two people who you presume are brothers. One is a Loxodon and the other is a Tabaxi. But strangely, underneath it there is a handwritten scroll. There is just one word written there. Museum. You don't know why, but this feels very, very important. What do you do with it?
I think I kind of turn with it unfurled and open up and show it to Drea, and just kind of. I think we're meant to go here.
She kind of like looks at it and she goes, "Would she have known about the whole?" No.
No,
It's
you
like-
might, it's
I
not
don't think
really.
so.
The way I
Yeah.
imagine Drea is that she doesn't pay attention
doesn't-
to
no.
anything, almost.
No, not at all. She kind of looks at it and goes, "Pie thief." Eustace, pie thief? Sorry. And she kind of like squints a little more. She probably needs glasses. She squints at it and she holds it up to her face and goes, "What, to a museum?"
Well, yeah, I don't think the pie is important in this
Oh,
situation.
okay.
Miss Dreadnought. This
Thought it
was
was.
the blood trail, and then this says museum on it, and I like that's. Well, maybe they have a lead as well, but it's something.
That's a clue. Good job, kid. And she kind of pats the top of his head.
So yes, you guys find that at the Pillar Stone. Then, meanwhile, it's Gimbals and Clio approaching the altar. So it's partially destroyed. Looks like a large stone has crashed into the right side of it, but the left is pretty intact. It's basically, from your perspective, it looks like a rough table, few different items scattered around on it. Do you guys want to take a look and see what's there?
Yes, examine items.
Yeah, can I I'm more specifically looking for if there's a specific deity this seems to be attributed to.
Sure. So you are looking at what is on the altar, and there seems to be just sort of like random debris. There's, trash. You notice parts of the altar seem to be defaced with like random scratches, like a lot of the other parts of the cathedral are. You're looking and you're thinking there's probably like kids sneaking in here and drinking because you find a few empty bottles of Swamp Shine here.
Swamp shine.
And it looks like there's even like a type of still almost that someone must have been using to brew this drink. But in terms of deity, nothing. You can't see anything on the altar that specifically indicates any deity. But as you're doing this, you do notice that it doesn't look like the scratches are all random. As you sort of push things away, you look down and you see a word written there, well, a phrase actually. It says, "Resonance remembers."
So, you have religion back at the Citadel, right?
Yeah, some of them do. I think that they're overinflated and looking up to something that they could achieve themselves if they really tried.
Okay, that not opinion. Just wondering if you know, what does it say, Jack? Sorry.
Resonance remembers.
Any idea what resonance remembers means?
Absolutely none.
He says as he's scribbling it in a notebook. And he probably is like,
I gotta ask. Why here? You seem to have another goal in mind, but you keep hanging around.
Firstly, Nunya. Secondly, we've had a rough go, and Eustace, he needs to feel like he can do things. And if he wants to be here and hang out and follow you around and live his little fantasy, then that's fine for a while. He deserves a break. So that's why.
Well, Droplet or Vomit.
His
Boy,
name
oh,
is Eustace.
what- Eustace.
Just please call him Eustace.
I mean, look, he has aspirations, and I can see him striving towards those. I can't claim to know what you're going through, but I'm happy to have you here.
and then he'll walk away.
I think Claire will just kind of stand and like her eyes will kind of widen and just watch him walk away. Confusion.
Great. So, Gimbals, you still have your detect magic on, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think something draws your attention back to the body with your detect magic.
Okay, I'd probably head back over there.
Okay, cool. So while you're going over there, Clio, something happens to you now. You get this like strange kind of feeling. It's almost like this like kind of excitement that you start to feel. And something calls to you from the right side of the room. What do you do?
Oh, I will follow that calling. Yeah, I'll turn to see what's calling me on that right side of the room.
So you follow the feeling, and strangely, the feeling doesn't get stronger, but you know exactly where to go. You find yourself in the very right-hand corner of the room, in a semi-secluded area. You're shielded from everyone's sight, and you know that there's something buried under the rubble. What do you do?
Great. I will kind of consider, I'd pull myself out of it for a minute, and then I'd probably give in to that sensation and dig a hole. Dig, or, move some of the rubble, see what's under there.
So you don't have to do much. You move a few stones away, and underneath the rubble is a necklace. And on the pendant of the necklace is the face of a jester's mask.
Ooh,
What do you do?
shiny. Can I examine it a little bit?
Yeah.
See if, does it feel heavy? Like, does it feel like it's expensive?
It feels good. Like you pick it up and you're like, damn, this feels sick. I like this.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll put it on. Why not?
Feels good.
Immediate curse. Immediate curse.
So yeah, it feels good. And it feels light. It feels like you could easily hide this behind your clothes and no one would know
Awesome.
you had it.
Okay, yeah. Well, I pick it up. I'll examine it. Feels good. Feels like, yeah, I could add that to my fashion style, and I've got like a little capelet, so I'll put it on. I'll clip it on, and I'll shuffle it underneath my capelet, and then I'll kind of look around back to like see if anyone's watching me, see if I can quietly slink back to the group.
Great. So that's all that happens with that for now. So does
Don't
everyone...
worry about it.
So Drea, so Claire, you probably see Gimbals heading over to where the body is, where Torrin is. Drea and Eustace, are you guys heading over to the body as well?
Yeah, probably with the intention of bringing the note back and pointing at pie eating competition or whatever, pie saving. We're not eating. No, we're not eating
Pie
pies.
thieves.
Pie thieves.
Pie thieves.
Pie thieves.
Pie thieves.
Cool.
Found them. Great. So yes, you all head over there, and Torrin, you've been over here for a little bit. Was there anything specific you were doing? What were you trying to figure anything out while you were looking at the body by yourself?
Seeing how the body actually died. Is there any like entry wounds, weapon wise, or?
Yep. Give us a medicine check.
All right, medicine. Come on, what do we got? We get a big old 16. It's not bad for
Nice.
+0.
Nice. That is very good. So the problem is the way that the mounds are like covering the body, basically. They're like fully pinning it to the ground. So it's really hard to see if there is an entry wound or a wound of any kind. In addition to that, Eustace also used cure wounds on the body before.
True.
And it was still alive before you guys started speaking to the masked figure. So I think with that check, you determine that at some point while you were speaking to the masked figure, the Aarakocra died. Great. So yeah, Gimbals, you still have your detect magic spell working at the moment. And I think something is, drawing your attention about the way the aura is moving on the mold. So basically you're looking at the aura and it seems like it's almost changing colors, but it seems like it's almost repeating in a way. And it dawns on you that the reason it looks like there's multiple colors here is because it's like repeating like a life cycle, like it's going through a whole cycle of motions here. And it strikes you as just so extremely familiar. And it dawns on you that this is the exact opposite of what you see when you look at your limb growing potion through a microscope. And you wonder, gosh, what would happen if I were to pour some of my potion on this mold? Like, damn, if only I had some, or like a way to make some.
Okay. I'd probably see this, and the scrapings I took at the mold, I would put them up in front of my detect magic as well to see if it still does the same results, even though that I've collected them in the bottle.
It does.
Okay. Gimbals would probably be rattling off some incoherent nonsense that everyone's just seeing Gimbals go on a rant across the other side of the room.
And he's like, I think I can combat it. I think if I use the regeneration abilities, the generation abilities, not really regeneration, but regeneration abilities of my potions, of the red potions, the ones that Spanner had, and then he had all the limbs. Do you understand?
Not really.
That could work. With
See?
the right tinkering.
I don't even think we need tinkering. I think my mistake is going to work for this. But I need a druid.
Why do you keep saying that?
No, I said cleric before. Keep up.
No, okay. I was referring to a different time. That was prior.
I don't think I've ever said druid before in my life in front of your presence.
Okay, you're right.
Druid. I need a druid. Anyone know a druid?
What do you need the druid to do?
Potions. Like, did you not hear? Did I do the thinking and not speaking out loud again? I'm sorry.
You said plenty.
Okay. Druids make good berries. Good berries are a crucial ingredient for my potions.
Like what they use in Swamp Shine? The good berries? I ain't familiar with that.
I ain't familiar with what swamp shine is. Please enlighten.
Alcohol.
Oh, right. That could work. Fermented doesn't, fermented, if anything, would probably make it more potent because it releases some of the chemicals in it and it gets rid of the nutrients that stop the adhesion. And yes.
That would work. Would make it even better. That's true.
And I think, Gimbals, it probably dawns on you at this point that you might be able to repurpose that still to make a little potion. Use it as a potion making kit.
Who here has swamp shine?
I probably do.
We could even go and have a look and see if there's anything in the still.
Ah!
Oh, that's right. You had the still in the thing. I bet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I think I'd still leave it open to the floor for people to answer, though. Yeah.
I don't think I got any on me. Sorry.
Nah, I keep mine at home.
I'm too young for swamp shine.
I'm not. But I think my flask is empty. I'm sorry.
But you'd still be near the still and stuff? Oh no, you went over to do the thing. Well,
So no one?
Well, wait. Where before at the altar there was a thing, right?
Oh, resonance. Remembers, yes.
Yeah, resonance.
and Gimbals had scrambled over there.
Anyone got a healing potion? I don't actually think I've got any. Does anyone have? Oh wait, yes, I do. We
Yo,
got some.
stop being so pedantic. Just do what you gotta do. I'll do it. Give me. What are we doing?
Double Dylan gave you guys some healing potions. If you want to use one of those. For the,
Yes, he did.
yeah.
It's not pedantic. I'm trying to work. It's a process, okay? Not that you were doing anything about it, but I need to speak aloud so that I can understand my actions.
And then he would like pull the healing potion out, and he would like I would imagine that he's probably like using prestidigitation to light a little fire on the altar, and placing his little beaker over it, and then trying to get some of the still out so that he can use that to augment it, and then various other bits and pieces to change it.
Can I assist in any way?
I think a good way
my
for you to
potion.
help would be to do an investigation check.
That is a dirty 20.
Oof.
Hey,
Yes.
it's a 20. You're like looking around in the still, and there's like a little tray on the side there, and there's like some little bits and pieces in there. And you're like, hey, what are these berries in here?
Are these the good berries you're talking about?
That'd be them. Yes, please. Can you cut up like 3 of them? And I need the juice.
And yeah.
And she's like,
Squish it.
So you probably see like a tiny little puff of smoke come out of the bottle, I'd imagine, and you would, I mean, I guess to the eye, it's probably not much of a discernible change. You just see red potion, like a healing potion.
Can I get a medicine check to see to determine how well you
hold
make
up.
the potion?
Yes, medicine check. That'd be a 6.
A 6. Okay, and with a 6, you're only going to get enough out of all of the ingredients that you have here to make 3 potions out of this. That's all you're going to get.
I'm just 3 limb potions in my thing.
Great. So then you're going to go over to the Aarakocra now, is what you're doing?
I just want to go to the mold itself. I don't think I'd necessarily be worried about the Aarakocra at this point. I just want to see what the reaction is with the mold.
Well, yeah, mold and the Aarakocra, it's like one
yes,
thing essentially at this stage. You approach the mold and you pour a little of the potion onto the mold cluster, and immediately it starts to like sputter and boil, and it like bulges forward quite strangely as if it's about to burst or like, you know, maybe grow a limb or something like that. Then the growth almost folds back on itself, and the mold cluster begins to like unmake itself before your very eyes. The two opposites combining in this moment force them both to expand and contract at the same time, and it rapidly accelerates into non-existence before you, leaving the body of the sadly dead Aarakocra.
See, Tarn, the generation and the degradation, they both cancel each other out, and so it's making like net nothing. So, I make a note of this. I feel like I could stop this mold for future purposes. We need to work together. We need to make more of this so that if we run into him again, that we have a way to combat it.
Do we know? I know, like, obviously there is a body that we're desiccating, but do we necessarily know that the mold is what got him, or like?
I mean,
Are there any wounds in the body?
Not anymore after somebody healed him.
You healed it.
Can I go to touch the mold?
The mold's all gone. Like,
Damn.
all of
Oh
it.
yeah, you just got rid of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's one limb grow potion for one mold gone is what we just did.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of us in an abandoned cathedral with a body. Anyone have any fun ideas?
none. What was that thing about the museum?
Okay. No,
Use this.
It's a pie thief. These he holds up he's just gonna read what the news story is about, assuming in his head these things are linked. Just Jack, question on what Reef asks of us with. Would we need to protect? Remind me what we had to do with this missing Aarakocra boy.
The missing Aarakocra boy was not really related to the task that he set out to you guys. Your job was to listen out for signs
Fantastic,
of
good
the
in my
thorn
head.
cutters.
I linked them, and these things aren't related.
Well, he said that there's talks of a missing birdie boy.
Yeah, he gave context to explain that it's dangerous out there, basically. Suddenly, it's a spark of flame above your head. Quick. Reminds you of the flame of the masked figures card. But this time, something is appearing instead of disappearing. A piece of parchment is slowly floating to the ground. It wafts through the air before coming to rest at your feet. And that is where we're going to end the session.